Welcome back to Explore Electronics YouTube channel. So in the previous video, we have already covered the topics. Those are structures and arrays of structures. Fine. So in today's video, we are going to cover another set of topics, that is passing structure to function and structure pointers. So before we start, make sure you have your notebook and pen ready. Take down the points as we go along. Fine. And in the previous video, like I have assigned a task, right? A quiz question. Now it is time to reveal the answer for that question. The question was, which keyword is used to define a structure in C? Can anyone guess which one? Is option B is the correct answer. Why it is correct? Let me explain that. The keyword struct is used in C to create a structure which allows us to group different types of variables under one name. This is why the option B is the correct one. Why not other options? Because class is used in C++ or Java and not in C. And define is used for macros. And union is a different data structure with different purpose. Therefore, these are all wrong answers, and therefore the correct answer is structure. Fine. Now, this is a topic we have discussed in the previous video. That is, structures are often arrayed, the declaration and all. I have included a simple slide for that. We will start the actual concept for. The first concept is passing structures to functions. Now here there are two types of passing. The first one is passing structures members to functions and passing entire structures to functions. These are two. Let us understand one by one. And the first one is passing structure members to function. Let us understand this one. Here, when you pass a member of a structure to function, you are passing the value of that member to the function. It is irrelevant that the value is obtained from the member of a structure, right? Now, here is an example. Consider the structures. This is an example, that is struct, spread, the data type, and the member function. Here are examples of each member being passed to the function. Now, this is an example. The first statement, what does it say? Here, it passes the character value of x. Here, it is passing the character value of x. And the second statement is passing an integer value of y. 1 minute, it became large. Second one is passing integer value of y. Here z means it is passing z. Yes, it is passing address of string. Yes, and passes character value of s of 2. Okay, this is s of 2. You can observe over here x, y, z, s of 2 means here the functions. Here, these are the examples that each member, to understand how each member is being passed to the functions. Like now we saw how each member is being passed to the function. Now, what about like how to pass the address of a function? For that, here, see, pass the address of an individual structure member. On that case, we have to use ampersand operator before the structure name. Here is an example. Here, see, this is structure name, and here I am using ampersand operator. Here it passes the address of character yes and passes the address of integer y. The previous shown figure, that is in the previous slide, this ampersand was not there. On that case, I am passing values, only the values for that. Now here I have used ampersand, then I am passing address of the character x, y, or address of the variable. Fine, this is an example. And also you can observe here, I am not used ampersand operator here, over here. Why? Because as this itself a string, there is no need to use ampersand operator. It is very important. Please take a point. When we are passing the like string address, we no need to use ampersand symbol. Let me clear and show you again. See here, ampersand symbols are used, but in this statement, ampersand symbol is not used. While passing the address of a string, ampersand symbol is not required. Here, ampersand precedes the structure name. Note the individual member name. Note Also that yes already signifies an address, right? It also signifies an address. So ampersand symbol is not required as I mentioned here. Fine. Now the second one is passing entire structures to a function. Now, when a structure is used as an argument to a function, the entire structure is passed using the normal call by value method. That means we can say that any changes made to the content of the parameter inside the function, it do not affect the structure passed as an argument. And also, when you're using a structure as a parameter, remember that the type of the argument must match the type of the parameter. Means argument should match the type of the parameter. It is very important condition. Now, here is an example program. Both argument and parameter means argument short form arg and parameter the short form is PARM are declared as the same type of structures. Now, let us go to the program now. In this program, this is an example program. Here, a structured name named a structure type is defined. This is outside the all functions, right? Means it is defined separately. This makes the structure global, so it can be used anywhere in the program. Means it is declared like a global part. In main function means when it comes to a main, a structure variable arg is created. See, the structure variable arg is created over here and the value 1000 is assigned to arg dot a and the entire structure arg is passed to the function f1. See here, f1 arg. Then we can see the entire structure arg is passed to the function f1. Now, the entire function f1 receives the structure as PARM. PARM inside F1, the value of PARM dot A is printed. Right? This is programming part. Before we start the next thing, next programming example. Now, in this programming example, we have declared the function globally. But why we declare structure must be declared globally? Because functions can only use structures that are visible to them. A structure declared inside main is local to main only. And since f1 is a separate function, it cannot see structures declared inside main. So the structure must be declared globally. That's why the programming example shown in the previous slide, they have declared structure globally. Now let us see the next programming example. This is a theory part. Like when passing a parameter structures, the type of argument must match the type of the parameter. It is not sufficient for them simply to be physically similar. Their type names must match. Here is an example for that. Preceding program is incorrect and will not compile because the type name of the argument used to call function 1 differs from the type name of its parameter. Means here the program will not run. Means it indicates as an error. How? Why? Let us understand with a programming example. Fine. This is a program. Means this program is incorrect and will not compile. See here, define this structure and define a structure similar to structure type. Right? Here, why this program is incorrect? Even though both structures have same data members, the data members are same, but they are different types. In C, structure types are identified by their type names, not by their contents, right? So in the structure declaration, we mainly concentrate on which data type it is, right? Here, function 1 accepts an argument of type struct, that is struct type 2, but main passes an argument of type struct type. Now, this causes, see the difference? Here only you can see the difference. Till here, here type 2 and here is type only. So this caused a type mismatch error. So the program will not compile. It indicates an error. Two structures are defined. We can conclude in that way. Two structures are defined. The first one is like structure. See here, struct type. This is one structure and this is the second structure. Both structures look physically the same. That is included the CH. See here, both are looking same, right? Both are looking same. But a function f1 is defined to accept a parameter of type 2. Means that is only the type 2 parameter. Means this one. But the created one is, but the main passes an argument is struct type, right? So here see F1 arg. It is passing the struct type argument, but it is passing means the main function is passing the struct type argument, but F1 accepts an argument of type struct that is type 2. So this causes a type mismatch error, so the program will not compile. So we can conclude, means we can summarize this program, that is same structure members not equal to same structure type, and structure names must match exactly. Now the next concept is structure pointers. Here C allows pointers to structures just as it allows pointers to any other type of object, declaring a structure pointer. Now how to declare a structure pointer? Here see, structure pointers are declared by placing symbol, means asterisk, in front of the structure variable's name. Here is an example, that is structure addr, and the following declares addr pointer as a pointer to data of that type. This is statement, means to declare structure pointer. Now, using structure pointers. Means what are the uses of structure pointers? Here, structure pointers are used to work with structures efficiently, and they avoid copying entire structures during a function calls. And the third use is structure pointers are especially useful for large structures. And this topic mainly focuses on passing structure by reference. It is very important. Now, let us now, there are two primary uses of structure pointers. The first one is passing structures to functions using call by reference, and the second one is creating dynamic data structures. In this chapter, we are going to focus only on call by reference and not on other, that is dynamic data structure, because they have included only this part in your syllabus. Now we have used means focused on call by reference. Why not call by value? What is the problem with that? Now let us understand that one. Here, when structures are passed by value, okay, let me show that also. The problem with passing structure by value is these things. When structure are passed by value, the first one is entire structure is copied, then it is moved on to the stack. This creates extra overhead. This is first problem. Then performance reduces. This is second problem. As the structure has many members and structure contains array and arguments are passed on this stack. So these are the two reasons, that is two problems we can say as problems while passing structure by value. Now, solution. Then what is the solution? That is passing structure pointers. Now, pass the address of the structure instead of the whole structure. Here, only the address is pushed onto the stack. What does it do? Then what is the output or outcome of that? Here, faster execution, less memory usage. That means instead of a whole structure, we are passing only the address of the structure. Then obviously it executes first and it occupies only the less memory in a system. So it allows functions to modify original structure data. Now here is an examples, that is declaring a structure. Means how to declare a structure and structure pointer. I have like in different way I have included line and I have put it so that you will be understood in a much more better way. This is declaring a structure. Here person is the structure variable. The structure variable. This structure declaration. Then what about the structure pointer? In this way we are going to declare a structure pointer. Now P is pointer to a structure balance. Right? Now, P is equal to ampersand person, where amp is operator gives the address of the structure variable and pointer P now points to the person address. As I always say, hash indicates what? A value. Ampersand indicates address. Fine. Now use dot operator when using structure variable. Use arrow operator when using structure pointer. Here structure pointer a new concept came, right? When to use dot operator while accessing a member or a variable, we have used dot operator, right? I have explained in the previous video. Now, when using a structure pointer, we have to use arrow operator. Here is an example. For example, that is our operator balance. Here, arrow operator replaces dot operator when using pointers. When it comes to pointers, remember you have to use arrow operator. Here, it is used to access structure members through the pointer. Here, dot means structure, arrow means structure pointers. To remember, please make this. Here is an example program that is software timer. Here it displays hours, minutes and seconds and uses structure pointers to update and display time. Here what we are doing? Here we are demonstrating call by reference and arrow point operator usage and performance efficiency. If in your exam they have asked question like write a programming with an exam to demonstrate the use of call by reference or arrow operator usage, you can write this program. Now, this is a programming example. Here, in this first statement, here, till here, structure type is defined globally and no structure variable is declared here, right? And in second part, that is till here, functions receives a pointer to a structure and allows direct modification of a structural data. And in a main function, systime is a local to main and address of systime is passed to function. And continuation is next slide. I will show that too also. See here, it updates original structure using a pointer and uses arrow operator to the access members. Means till this. Means I'm breaking the lengthy program into a part and I'm telling the what function does it performing in a program. And the next one is here it is just displaying. So I have not included anything. It is used to display or print the output. And the last one is it is used to control speed of a timer and timing can be adjusted using a delay. This is an example that is software timer example. I will pause the video and take a screenshot as I have included what all the function it performs. It will be easier for you to understand and write in your exams. I hope you have taken. Now it is quiz time. That's all for today's video, means the concept, the theory part. Now the task, the assignment for you is a quiz time. Here, which operator is used to access structure members through a structure pointer in C? Here are four options. Let me see who all gave right answers. Pause the video, think and drop your answers in a comment box. And exam tip for the day is in programs involving structure pointers, always check. Means you have to use ampersand when you pass in the structure and you have to use arrow inside the function and dot when accessing the structure directly. This is a simple exam for the day. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to Explore Electronics YouTube channel. See you in the next video guys. Bye bye. Till then, keep coding and keep learning. Bye bye.